cars in the shop. See, last Wednesday night I was sitting at a red light when the engine shut off. Now, I'm no mechanic, I'm trying not to panic, though I'm holding up traffic, so much honking and cursing, I wish it would stop.